Hi, welcome. I'm Lisa. This is day 18, and the topic for today is your two biggest defenses. So, are you ready for healing? I love today's lesson. We're going to be looking at workbook lesson 135, and I'm going to be looking at 3 workbook lessons over the next 3 days. Today's lesson 135, tomorrow's 136, and the following day is 137. We're going to do 1 lesson a day. I ask for you to read the lesson yourself. And it's very important to understand how healing is accomplished, to understand what purpose sickness serves. So today I'm going to ask you to have a piece of paper and a pen. We're going to illustrate while I talk. You might have to stop this video. And I'm going to read from lesson 135 from A Course in Miracles, Sickness is a Defense Against the Truth. And what I'm going to show you today is the identical illustration that I showed you of your mind being a vast circle, your grievances being the clouds that cover the circle, and you think you're outside, and all you see is the grievances and your problems and your sickness, and you can't see the light. And this is the same idea as sickness, and when you see it, sickness disappears. And you'll be amazed. And I'm going to talk about the 2 biggest defenses. And lesson 135 says, if I defend myself, I am attacked. And this is also one of the biggest misunderstood ideas in A Course in Miracles. I was saying that the idea of I need do nothing is one of the most misunderstood. You, the limited self-identity, do nothing, but the Christ in you, the light in you, does everything. So I need do nothing doesn't mean you sit around on the couch and wait for things to come for you. It's that you do nothing. You as a body do nothing, but the Christ in you does everything. So you will be very active, but in a very peaceful, restful way. And this is a similar idea. If I defend myself, I am attacked. And what most people think this idea means is that if you and I are having a conversation and I defend myself, you will attack me. And that's true, but that's not what this is talking about. If I defend myself, I am attacked. So today I want to talk about the 2 biggest defenses that we have. And the number 1 defense is the belief that you're a body. That's the biggest defense. I'm a body, you're separate and apart from me, and you're a body. And when I believe that, I'm attacked. And how am I attacked? With sickness, with problems, with fear, with worry, with darkness. That's the number 1 defense. If I defend myself, I am attacked. So every time I'm telling a story about my sickness, I get more attack, more sickness. The number 2 biggest defense is self-initiated plans. And that's, to me, the 3rd most misunderstood idea in A Course in Miracles, is that I don't need to plan. And people say, I'm not planning. And that's not what that says either. It says self-initiated plans. So what we're doing right now is we're opening our mind up to new ideas, and where this work is leading us is to acknowledge that you have a guide, that there's one with you that you're working with, that your whole Christ mind, and you're not making any plans by yourself anymore. And now we're making all plans with the one who is with you. And you're asking, okay, what next? Where do I go next? What should I say? What should I do? And so today I really just want us to get into what's the purpose of sickness. And I want to show it to you visually. So I want you to have a piece of paper. And what I ask for you to do is to make the drawing that I had you make before of the circle. I want you to make it in the middle this time, with the light inside, the clouds and the grievances outside this vast circle, which is your mind. And you think you're outside the circle. And from where you stand, all you see is grievances and darkness and problems, and you can't see the light that is here. And the light's actually all around you, and you are the light. But while you think you stand outside with grievances, you can't see the light. So draw that first. And then what I want you to do is draw 3 arrows going from here. And I've drawn something on the back here, sort of the completed picture. But I'm going to read from lesson 135. I'm going to show you what these 3 arrows are. What we do outside in this place where I think I'm a body. I'm defending myself with that idea. And I'm alone and separate. These little dots are other people. And it says, who would defend himself unless he thought he were attacked, that the attack were real, and that his own defense could save himself? And herein lies the folly of defense. It gives illusions full reality. That's the first thing that it does. So what I want you to do now, I'm just going to turn it over now, is I want you to draw one circle. This is the completed one, but here you are. I'm going to show you the 3 different ways that we look for solutions out here alone, outside of our source. But for now, I want you to just draw this one circle around you. And this is where you think your illusions are real. I have cancer, I have a tumor, I have problems, I have bills, I'm all alone. You think the illusion is real. That's the first thing. It gives illusions full reality, and then attempts to handle them as real. So then I want you to draw a second circle around it. That's the second thing. So first you think your illusions are real, and then you attempt to solve them. And what it says here is it adds illusions to illusions, 1, 2, and thus making correction doubly difficult. Okay, so you're really trapped now. And what I've done here is this is a fence. So A Course in Miracles says is that the body, which is what you think you are when you're separate from your source, is a fence that you've imagined that you've built to keep yourself separate from all the other parts. So over here, I'm a body. I'm separate and alone and apart from all the other parts, and you're a body too. And this creates a fence around yourself. And what the 3 arrows are, it says, and it is this you do. You create this armature, this wall around you, when you attempt to plan the future. So you're planning, this is the arrows, planning the future by yourself without your guide. You activate the past, and you organize the present as you wish. And you operate from the belief that you have to protect yourself and that you're all alone. I love this. You don't have to read this if you don't want, but I highly encourage it because it is so good. It says that health is guaranteed. It says, is it not strange you do not pause to ask as you elaborate your plans and make your armor thicker and your locks more tight, what you defend and how and against what? So let us consider what you defend. You're defending your self-identity. You're defending your body, and it's very weak, and you feel helpless, and you're defending a little pile of dust. You're the light of the world. You're what power and love and strength and grace is. It says the body is in no need of defense. This cannot be too often emphasized. It will be strong and healthy if the mind does not abuse it by assigning it to roles it cannot fill, to purposes beyond its scope, and to exalted aims which it cannot accomplish. The self, quote unquote, the small self, the limited self-identity as a body in a timeline with stories, is not real. It needs no protection. And I love this. It says, the body, valueless and hardly worth the least defense, need merely be perceived as quite apart from you. I love that, because now it's just like a piece of clothing. It's not me. It's apart from me. The body's actually outside of me. and it can't contain me. Nothing can contain the eternalness and the timelessness that you are. And it says, when you do it this way, it becomes a healthy, serviceable instrument through which the mind can operate until its usefulness is done. And who would want to keep it when its usefulness is done? So I'm not going to read the rest of this. And it talks about a healed mind does not plan. It carries out the plans that it receives through listening to wisdom, not its own. And that's the direction that we're heading in. We're going to start moving out of healing in the next few days, but I really want to stick with it for now. So you feel the strength and the peace in you, that you're not trying to fix your body anymore. And what I want to say also, I've been receiving some letters. If you're taking medication or pills, just keep doing what you're doing. Whatever you're doing, just keep doing it. But put your focus now on this work. Don't try to do anything behavioral. Don't try to change the external anymore. So just keep doing what you're doing, and you'll see, like, you'll start to feel better. You'll start to feel just more at peace, and then you'll receive the guidance about what to do, and you'll know it. It'll be a certain guidance. So it says about the plans, it says it carries out the plans that it receives through wisdom, not its own. It waits until it has been taught what should be done, and then proceeds to do it. It does not depend upon itself for anything except its adequacy to fulfill the plans assigned to it. So that's the second defense, is self-initiated plans. That you make plans by yourself without listening to your guide, and you will be attacked. You will have problems and sickness and pain and suffering, because if I defend myself, I am attacked. When I think I'm a body and I think you're separate from me, I am attacked. And it says the mind that plans is refusing to allow for change. So obviously this path is going to require trust, because we're so used to planning. And I love this one paragraph. It's one of my favorites. It says, what could you not accept if you but knew that everything that happens, all events, past, present, and to come, are gently planned by one whose only purpose is your good? There is one with you, and that's what this is. There is one with you while you believe that you're sick and suffering, who loves you. This is you. And so what I'm going to ask for you to do today is, the exercise is 2 15-minute periods of rest twice today from senseless planning and from every thought that blocks the truth from entering your minds. Today, we receive instead of plan, that we may give instead of organize. And we are given truly as we say, if I defend myself, I am attacked. But in defenselessness, I will be strong, and I will learn what my defenses hide. So this is why I love this illustration, because the 15 minutes twice today of resting where you are allows the truth to enter your mind. You let go of all your plans. Just let go of all distractions during those 2 15-minute periods of just resting from all your plans. And it says nothing but that. Nothing but that. If there are plans to make, you will be told of them. They may not be the plans you thought were needed, nor indeed the answers to the problems which you thought confronted you. All your defenses have been aimed at not receiving what you will receive today. So you have an inheritance, and you will see the body begins to change, and you're not concerned anymore because your focus is so much on the light that you are, and you're laying down all of your plans, you're forgetting the past, and you're using your mind to go through the grievances. I have one more reminder for myself. You've been given a key, okay? The key to happiness has been placed in your hand. And this key is forgiveness. This key will get you through the double difficulty. It'll get you through the fence. It'll get you through the grievances. And you will remember the truth of what you are. And the key is in your hand. And so now you can say, oh, now I see why I need to let go of my grievances. How much do you want healing? How much do you want this? Do you want to keep staying in your little limited space? Or do you want to see the light that you are and watch the entire fabric of your life change? That's what I want. And it says, heaven asks for nothing. It is hell that makes extravagant demands for sacrifice. You give up nothing in these times today when undefended you present yourself to your Creator as you really are. And it says, try not to shape this day as you believe would benefit you, for you cannot conceive all the happiness that comes to you without your planning. And so, again, I'm not reading the entire thing. I ask for you to read it. If you don't feel like it, you don't need to. And all I ask for you today is to recognize what the two biggest defenses are that are creating sickness. Your belief in the body, your belief that you're separate, your belief that other people are in bodies and separate. And that's not the truth. All is one. And the second defense is self-initiated plans. You're working without your guide. You're living without your source. And when you defend yourself, you're attacked. And this is where the problems come from. And when you lay down the defenses, it's like you lay down the grievances. You know, this is not a thick, heavy wall. And your defenses, when you lay them down, boom, you're there. Because you're already here. You are the light. And so just 2 15-minute practice periods today to rest and let go of all of your planning and allow the truth to come to your mind. And this is a direct experience. I'm just expressing in a way that will get you to that point when you sit. That's the most important part of this exercise, because the light knows what to do. And all you have to do is signify your willingness by saying, okay, I'm going to give those 2 15-minute rest periods today and let go of my stories, let go of trying to fix the body. Today, I'm going to allow the truth to come. So I thank you for being here with me. I honor you, and I love you. Thank you.